times seek change, so must we, that the new time requires new response to new challenges.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Ramadan Kareem. Glad to be with you once again on the program as you answer the call. I am Rashida Abubakar, your regular host. As the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria NAHCON prepares for the 2022 Hajj, the licensed tour operators on their part are organizing the Umrah for Nigerians wishing to undertake the journey, particularly during the Ramadan period. And so, NAHCON and the licensed tour operators have put in place measures to ensure that pilgrims are provided the services they pay for. The details about these measures and the impact on the Umrah exercise will form the thrust of our Spotlight segment. Also in the package, we have our regular segments such as the NAHCON News Diary, Making the Hajj, the quiz, and more. Stay tuned.
Every Muslim is a potential pilgrim. To make the Hajj possible for the Ummah, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria NAHCON is running a Hajj saving scheme through Jaiz Bank. The scheme allows depositors to gradually save for the Hajj over a period of time. Registration into the Hajj saving scheme is ongoing for all Muslims. Muslims wishing to perform Hajj can be enrolled into the scheme through the following outlets: NAHCON offices across the country, state pilgrims welfare boards, agencies and commissions, any branch of Jaiz Bank in the country. Enrollment can also be done directly by logging into dedicated sites for the scheme. Let's participate and support the Hajj saving scheme for better Hajj services.
Thank you for staying with us. Let's begin the program with the news diary as presented from our studio.
The chairman of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria NAHCON, Alhaji Zikrullah Kunle Hassan, congratulates the Muslim Ummah in Nigeria and across the globe for witnessing the Ramadan, calling on them to intensify prayers during the period for Allah's intervention in government's efforts to contain security challenges in Nigeria.
I use this opportunity to congratulate generally Muslims all over the world for being alive to see the month of Ramadan. I particularly wish to congratulate Nigerian Muslims who have lived to see today. I also would like to use this opportunity for pilgrims in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia who have gone for Umrah, otherwise known as Lesser Hajj, to use the opportunity of being in the Holy Mosque to pray that Allah continue to protect our country, guide our leaders, and pray that we have security, peace and prosperity in our country.
Alhaji Zikrullah further urged Muslims to take advantage of the Ramadan period to seek Allah's blessings and forgiveness. The management of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria NAHCON has constituted the Commission's Strategic Plan Committee to drive its policy implementation. Inaugurating the 10-man committee, NAHCON Commissioner of Policy, Personnel Management and Finance, Alhaji Nur Hassan Yakasai, highlighted the importance of having the strategic committee in place.
Having this committee now at the National Hajj Commission is something that is a very welcome idea. It's something that is actually required. Of course, since the inception of this board and the ESCO, we know exactly what we are doing and what we want to achieve. And we have been evaluating and monitoring it from time to time. But having this committee now will make sure that at least give us some kind of direction, in the sense that whatever maybe if we are meandering or if we are going maybe not in the correct direction, the committee will make sure that at least with this plan that is supposed to come off has given us an actual direction that we need to go.
The committee, which is chaired by NAHCON Commissioner of Planning, Research, Information, Statistics and Library Sciences, Sheikh Suleiman Momo, has the following mandates: to engage in necessary consultations and come up with a framework for strategic plan, to identify stakeholders to be involved in designing and accomplishing the plan, to advise the Commission on how to go about the formulation of the plan, and to drive the process of takeoff of the plan.
So I want to thank the chairman, CEO of this commission, who is here in person of the commissioner in charge of PPMF, for finding it worthwhile to select my humble self as the chairman and some other members of the staff to form part of the Commission Strategic Planning Committee.
The committee has 8 weeks within which to submit its report to NAHCON. In the meantime, the Saudi government says it has integrated all partners to ensure successful Umrah season during the holy month of the Ramadan. Commander of the Umrah Security Forces, Major General Muhammad Al-Bassami, disclosed this in Mecca, saying all the plans that were implemented in the past years have been studied and evaluated with a view to ensuring that the plan is properly implemented during the Ramadan period. He added that measures have been activated for crowd management, traffic control and humanitarian services. He stressed that wearing masks in the Central Haram area is aimed at preserving the health of pilgrims and is in line with the instructions given by the health authorities.
Alhamdulillah, you are still watching As You Answer the Call, a public enlightenment presentation that keeps you abreast of the activities of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, and other Hajj-related matters. Tour operators are an essential part of Umrah exercise. They are licensed by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, to facilitate the journey. This makes them almost indispensable to the success of Umrah. How then does NAHCON relate with the tour operators to facilitate effective and efficient service delivery for Nigerian pilgrims? Answers to these and other questions in our next segment, Spotlight. Stay with us.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك.
Tour operators are licensed by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, to facilitate the trip to Saudi Arabia for Umrah or the Lesser Hajj. The exercise is ongoing, and since the lifting of ban on travel restrictions by Saudi authorities, Nigerians have been traveling in their hundreds to perform the Umrah pilgrimage.
We have licensed tour operating companies, and once we issue them with operator license, we publish it on our website, and we send same copies to the Royal Embassy of Saudi Arabia here in Abuja, as well as the Royal Consulate of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia based in Kano. They are the ones through which visas are processed. So anybody who is desirous for going to Saudi Arabia on Umrah, he is to go through licensed tour operating companies. And those licensed tour operating companies invariably work along with the embassies or the consulate in Kano. So if an unlicensed tour operating company will not be able to secure operating visa directly for any Nigerian pilgrim. So we have taken care of that to protect the interests of the pilgrims, to ensure that they do not patronize quacks or some fraudulent agencies.
While registering for Umrah, pilgrims must endeavor to get details of the type of package they are paying for, which range from 3 to 5-star packages, or sometimes simply called VIP and economy classes. NAHCON examines and approves the different package of services offered to pilgrims by tour operators.
We try to ensure that we get information from the licensed tour operating companies to give us the range of services they intend to render to the pilgrims and the cost they are charging. It may not be standardized, but at least it gives us the guidance to ensure that the pilgrims get value for money. Where they are charging them so exorbitantly, we have reason to intervene and seek for redress on behalf of the pilgrims. This is the measure we are taking. But our intention eventually is to have standard package. Because say, for example, even in Saudi Arabia, unlike before, hotels used for pilgrims on Umrah have now been fully standardized by the Saudi government.
While in Saudi Arabia, NAHCON team of inspectors also monitored the activities of the tour operators to ensure that pilgrims get value for their money. In the event that services are not rendered to Umrah pilgrims as agreed upon, such pilgrims are advised to reach NAHCON with their complaints. The Commission, being a regulatory body, takes necessary actions against defaulting tour operators, particularly those found to have shortchanged pilgrims during the Umrah.
Unlike before, travel agencies were at liberty to take their pilgrims to any hotels they so desire. Now is not the case. The Saudi authorities have categorized the hotels into three: 3-star hotels, 4-star hotels, and 5-star hotels. And therefore, you are not allowed to take pilgrims to any hotel which is below this standard. And even among those categories, they have identified hotels that are relevant to this categorization. Therefore, pilgrims, based on what they are willing to pay, will decide which hotel to check in. So there is this standardization in Saudi Arabia with regards to hotel accommodation. But other services, we cannot standardize it, even here in Nigeria. So the package will vary according to your taste. Those who are desirous of having 5-star hotels, invariably they will have to pay higher than those who would choose to go with a 3-star hotel accommodation in Saudi Arabia. So it's difficult really to have a standard package, but it depends on the taste of the individuals and the range of services the tour operators are willing to render to the pilgrims. So when we get this range of services and vis-a-vis the money they intend to charge, we evaluate to ensure that the pilgrims get value for their money.
During the Umrah in 2021, NAHCON announced more strategies towards improving the activities of licensed tour operators. The strategies are further reactivated with the full resumption of Umrah services. The strategies include deployment of desk offices to major airports, starting with Lagos, Kano, and Abuja, revised guidelines on Umrah services and Umrah monitoring services. Similarly, NAHCON has developed a software that will enable it to store the information of all pilgrims who have participated in the Umrah exercise.
Through the instrumentality of the ICT, for taking advantage of this digitization that we are into, to get that platform where they can easily reach out to Umrah pilgrims, and in which case all Umrah pilgrims in due course of time are now going to be we are now going to be having information about them from the tour operators, and then key them into our system so that when you send one message, everybody will get the message across.
In addition to this, NAHCON has in place an Umrah Pilgrims Enlightenment Committee. The committee, chaired by NAHCON Heads of Pilgrims Education Division, Imam Ahmed Saad, has the following terms of reference: educate and enlighten pilgrims on their rights and privileges during Umrah, design comprehensive enlightenment materials for dissemination, ensure such information is disseminated to all Umrah intending pilgrims before their departure to Saudi Arabia through 3 departure centers, namely Abuja, Kano, and Lagos, and also liaise with all Umrah license companies to arrange for the enlightenment.
So We need orientation for the Umrah pilgrims to know that they have a platform where they can lay their complaint. And before they lay their complaint, they should be able to know their right.
What I always advise people going out of Nigeria to any country, not necessarily to Saudi Arabia, we should consider ourselves as ambassadors of Nigeria. The way we conduct ourselves will invariably reflect on the image of our country, Nigeria. If we choose to misbehave, it is Nigerians that are misbehaving, and that bad image will clearly reflect on the country.
Umrah is a pilgrimage that can be performed at any time of the year. It is different from the Hajj, which takes place once annually and in the 12th month of the Islamic calendar, known as Zulhijjah. Performing the Umrah during Ramadan is highly recommended due to its enormous rewards.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
MashaAllah, the program is As You Answer the Call. Coming up next is Making the Hajj. Sheikh Abdullahi Musa will take us through discussions on the different mawaqit available for pilgrims to assume ihram for Hajj or Umrah. Let's hear him.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك لبيك.
Pilgrims declare intention and assume the state of ihram in one of the different locations or stations known as mawaqit. Where are these locations or mawaqit? When are pilgrims expected to be there?
Miqat is the boundary. So it's a place.
On Making the Hajj, Sheikh Abdullahi Musa answers these and other questions.
It's a boundary, so to say, beyond which anyone that intends to perform Hajj or Umrah should not pass without entering into the state of Ihram. And Ihram, sanctity, into the where certain things that are halal are forbidden for the one that has entered into the state of Ihram. So the miqat is the boundary. So it's a place that has been set as a boundary for all intended pilgrimages, that whoever intends to perform Hajj or Umrah must enter into the state of Ihram in that particular place, beyond which it is not allowed for you to do that.
The mawaqit or places designated for pilgrims to assume the state of ihram are Dhul Khulaifa is the miqat for the people coming from the direction of Medina. Al-Juhfa is 187 kilometers northwest of Mecca. People also call it Rabiqa, usually for people entering Mecca from Jeddah, and also those coming from Syria, Jordan, Palestine, and Lebanon. Arn al-Manazil and is the miqat for the people of Najd. Yalamlam and is the miqat for those coming from Yemen. Zatu Irq is 94 kilometers to the northeast of Mecca and is the miqat for the people of Iraq.
Yeah, the hadith in Sahih Bukhari, the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ made mention of Dhul Hulayfa, the miqat of the people of Medina, situated a few kilometers away from Medina city. I think Abu Huraira came from that side, or he was living there with his mother. Dhul Hulayfa, it's known today there is a masjid built there. You have that Irq, that was the one that was established during the reign of Umar ibn Khattab. Then you have Qarn al-Manazil, alaysa kadhalik, for the people of Sham, alaysa kadhalik. Sham comprises Syria, Jordan, Palestine, and even the people from Lebanon.
Where then is the miqat or station for the residents of Mecca?
The scholars said for them they don their ihram, as residents, and then but for the one that comes from outside, is not a resident of Mecca, and then he intends to perform Umrah or Hajj. or you spend 15 days, as some of the scholars have said, he spent 15 days. It's an issue of ikhtilaf. He spends 15 days after performing the first Umrah, then he has a period of 15 days, he wants to perform another Umrah. Then there are about 6 places. But the commonest is, Hudaybiyah is one of the places that you go. You go outside, because what is needed is to go outside the sanctuary of Mecca, the precincts of Mecca, the entirety of it. That is why the scholars will tell you that wherever you pray in within the vicinity of Mecca city, you have that reward that is promised to that person that prays in Haram, because it is the sanctity. So you go outside the sanctity of it, and then you have the Masjid al-Tan'im, also known as the Masjid al-Aisha, that is common about 5 miles away from Kaaba, I think, or the city center.
A pilgrim that passes his or her miqat without assuming the state of ihram has 2 options, says the Islamic scholar.
He can correct it one of the 2 ways. It is not wrong if he goes back to the miqat to don the ihram. Do you understand? Or should he continue onward to Mecca to perform Umrah or Hajj, if it is Tamattu Umrah together with Hajj while in that state, goes ahead to Mecca without turning back to the place of miqat where he should have done his ihram? Then for him is sacrifice. He will slaughter a sacrificial animal as a penalty for any passing the miqat without donning the ihram.
Sheikh Abdullahi Musa urges intending pilgrims, particularly those undertaking the Umrah in Ramadan, to intensify prayers for Nigeria to overcome its security challenges.
Alhamdulillah. Now it's time for the quiz. Try your luck with this week's question.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Welcome to the quiz segment. The question in the last episode was, mention 3 Hajj rules associated with women. The correct answer is, women don't perform tawaf while menstruating. They can wear clothes of any color, and women must have a maharim or guide. The winner is Zainab Muhammad from Ogun State. She provided the answer ahead of others. Zainab Muhammad will be contacted on how NAHCON will reach her with the prize she won. A quiz winner will get 25,000 Naira cash prize. This is part of NAHCON's efforts in social investment in Nigeria. Now to the quiz for this week, and the question is, mention any 3 muwaqit available for pilgrims to assume ihram. Again, mention any 3 muwaqit available for pilgrims to assume ihram. Text your answer to the number showing on your screen. The winner will be the first person whose correct answer is received. All answers should carry the name and location of sender. Good luck and happy viewing.
Once again, good luck to you. But before we round off the program, we take some messages from our viewers, including questions seeking clarification.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Ahmed Jibrin from Bauchi State sent in the first message. It says, I want to thank NAHCON chairman Alhaji Zikrullah Kunle Hassan and his team for starting the preparations of 2022 Hajj earnestly. May Allah make it possible for us. Dauda Muhammad from Jos, Plateau State sent the second message. It contains this prayer. May Allah bless NAHCON management with more brilliant ideas in order to continue with Hajj transformation for better service delivery to Nigerian pilgrims.
We would like to hear from any quiz winner who has received his or her prize. Also, viewers seeking clarification or have questions to ask on any matter relating to Hajj or Umrah management and operations can do so through this program. Relevant officers will be contacted to respond appropriately. We also welcome your messages, comments, observations and questions through our mobile number and other social media platforms. Bye for now.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك